Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Carr going to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Well, the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Nicholas Morrow on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Raiders' 33-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends. Attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. After the penalty, it's McCoy. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, it's Jacobs. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, Chief. Undercut.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check 53 is mine. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From midfield, here's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. There he goes left side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Throwing is Mahomes on third. This for his running back, McCoy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So
this is caught inside the 15. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw, it's Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this? And McCoy loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's get the ball. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Move that down.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
First down, Chiefs.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Well, certainly they haven't had the ideal first half, but there's some momentum for them to take into halftime.
Yeah, and it might not be that wild momentum, that you see sometimes where they score late and teams go sprinting off and the whole deal. No, it might not be that, but it does give them a better feeling about themselves and what they can accomplish in the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now McCoy. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
Mahomes completes that one to Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route, Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may throw it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards on the play, first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 3, check 3. Switch. Express. Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 53. Man, I got you. Check.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it,
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 79 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
First down, Chiefs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
No.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Raiders 49, Chiefs 42.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Raiders take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Yellow, yellow. There's a little lady. Watch the slap. Yellow. He's crouching. He's checking crouch.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. It's Hill. Complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Charlie, wait. 480. 59. Go on.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And down to the 29-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 61 yards that time on the ground. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score Raiders 56, Chiefs 42.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And fights through one man. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards there, first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Here's Jacobs. Pushes past him. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Mahomes now to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Yellow, I'm on 80. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Second and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now third and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call,